Hi guys, today let's rank Japanese tanks at rank 2. This is for ground realistic battles, so if you're here for arcade, I don't know anything about arcade, I'm not play it, so yeah, this is not a video for you. I already did a video on rank 1, so if you're curious about that, check that out. Now, rank 2 here. And before we start this video, I need to say this. This is my opinion. If you don't agree, say f you, I don't agree, you piece of shit. I don't know, something like that. But now, give me constructive feedback. What do you think? Why do you think it's better than I thought? Why do you think it's worse? And maybe I'll change my mind a little bit on some tanks. You never know. Also, I'm ranking these tanks based on how good they are in Japanese 3. Because let's take this tank and let's say that I rank it at rank, S rank. If I compare this vehicle to another nation, something like BT5, BT7, Stuart, something like that, other nations in general, this drops almost immediately. Japanese tanks, they're not the best against other nations. So yeah, this is it. So first, Chiha shotgun. Now, this is a premium tank that you can buy for 1000 golden eagles. 1000 golden eagles, I don't think it's that much, so 500 when there are discounts, but I still think Chihe here is a better option at 2.7. This is 1.7. But yes, 1000 golden eagles for Chiha basically. It's the same. Hull is the same. Turret is the same. The only difference is, and that's why you play this tank, is gun. You have this 120mm naval gun with 2.5 kg of explosive. So this means that if you hit someone, it's most likely that they're gonna explode. The only drawback or bad thing with this is drop. Drop is a little bit on a bigger side, but it's not that big of a problem. You have 10 seconds reload. If we compare that to Horo at 1.3 with 13 or 14 seconds reload, yeah, this is much better, and I still think it's not competitive enough for this tank to be S. So for now, it's not D tier, it's not C, it's between these two. For now, I'll put it at B just because it's a nice middle, so let's go from here. Also, let me say this, here there's no bad tanks. I don't think I'll put any tank in D tier. Yep, nope. In rank 2 Japan, you have actually very nice tanks. I don't think there is any bad tanks here, so. Next one, Honi 1 and Honi 3, and let's do these two tanks together. Honi 1 is at 2.0 and Honi 3 is at 2.3. That's the difference in BR. So Honi 1 first. Now it's Chiha's hull, and then you have this open turret with 25mm of armor, again, same as on Chiha. You have 75mm cannon, same goes for Honi 3, same. The only difference with armor is, if you look at Honi 1, on the left and the right side of a gun there's additional plate welded on or bolted on, doesn't matter. And there the armor is actually 50mm thick. With Honi 3, you have the close turret at the back, but you don't have that extra 25mm of armor on that two spots. Also, you're much heavier, a little bit heavier. So when it comes to speed, Honi 1 is faster, just a little bit. And when I played it, I always felt it. The extra bit of mobility and speed, it truly matters in some cases. When it comes to guns, it's the same 75, same ammo. The only difference is the type of cannon, in the naming. And with Honi 1 you have 6-second reload, with Honi 3 you have 5.5, but it's 0.3 battle rating higher. So Honi 1, I think it deserves a spot. Sometimes I'm thinking even S spot because I truly love it. I love it. It's quick. It's the reload is not bad. You have nice penetration of 100 something. It's truly amazing. You're one-shotting almost everything. But for now, let's put it at A. When it comes down to this tank, I think it's worse just because you lose a tiny bit of speed for what? For a little bit of armor at the back. Planes can still penetrate you from the top, they can still kill you with the bombs, and that half a second better reload, I don't think it's worth it. And you get bumped up to 2.3 instead of 2.0, so I think it's a little bit worse, and I'll put it in B for that. Next one, Chihakai. This is finally a medium tank that is capable of penetrating people. No problem, no problem. You have 47mm gun with 77mm of penetration. Explosive mass is still not good. It's not as bad as on Kenny or Kami, but it's good enough. It's nice, a nice medium tank. I wouldn't say it's S tier, you know, the top of the one of the best tanks. No, it's not. It's not bad either. That's why I'll put it in A tier, but oh, this is hard now. Should I put it in front, only one, or you know what? Yes, it's a little bit more versatile. You can go in city. You're gonna be much better off than with this tank. You can even play on range, same as this one, but a little bit worse, much worse. But in so many situations, this is much better pick. Then we go to Chihakai TD, so Twitch drop, I think that's what it stands for. You could get this tank back in 2020 for quite Twitch drops. I don't know, I don't have it, but it's the same as this one. The only reason I'll put it in front of this one is because it has some modifiers. And same goes for the next tank, which is Chihe. Now, with this tank, what gets better is hull armor and turret armor, but you go from 25mm of armor to 50. Same on the turret, and this driver hatch that is sticking out in Chiha, well, here it's not. So much better armor. Still, it's not good enough for some of the best rounds out there. You're gonna be penetrated most of the times. Gun is the same. You're at 2.7, but I still think this is better vehicle than Chihakai. So I'll put it in, come on, in A tier, right here. Then we go to a very, very interesting tank, and this is Chiha long gun. And now this tank, again, same as Chiha short gun. It uses 120mm gun, but it's much different. It's much different. The reload is the same 10 seconds. You have high explosive rounds, and then you have, you know what, I need to look this up because I can't remember this. How is it called? So it's semi-armor piercing caped ballistic caped shell. It's basically high explosive with a little bit better penetration, or a little bit better, actually very good. 103 penetration is amazing. Then you have almost 2 kilograms of explosive, so if you penetrate the guy, he's dead. You also have fuse sensitivity of 90mm, so I don't think it's such a big problem if you encounter tanks with no armor, like milk trucks or something like that. I think it's fine, you know. You just shoot at engine where the armor is the thickest, and the shell will go off and kill the player. This is amazing vehicle, and the reason why I have like 4 or 5 KD with this tank, the reason why is I think I just play more careful with this tank because it's such an open vehicle. Everyone can kill you with only machine guns. So you need to play careful, but you're this kind of beast that just sits in a position and just destroys everyone who comes your way. Everyone. This 103 millimeters of penetration is actually so good. No matter who you shoot at, I don't know if there's actually a tank that has more armor at this BR than 100. There are some tanks, but yeah, this is amazing vehicle. It's actually more survivable than you would have thought, because of you have two crew members on the top, on the right, you have two crew members on the left. Most of the time, one or two will survive, and yeah, that's it. The one problem with this tank was ammo, but now that's not even a problem anymore because of that ammo resupply that we have, that we got like 1 or 2 months ago. So yeah, this tank is amazing. S tier. I think this is one of the best and even most interesting tanks in Japanese 3. Like, if you go play Japanese, this is one of the most interesting tanks right here. Oh, this is 2.7, by the way, if you're wondering. And then we go to SPA, and first we have M16. Now, before M16, you have Tase. It's 1.7. It uses that amazing gun that has 20 ammo and 48 millimeters of penetration, and it's much better for shooting at enemy tanks than it is at shooting enemy planes. M16 on the other hand, 450 kills, amazing against planes, amazing, but you can't do shit against tanks unless they're open tanks. So yep, it's only good against planes, but it does that very well. And you know what, I'll say it right now, I haven't done the review or ranking of rank 3 SPAs, but I recommend having this tank inside of your lineup till 5.3, where you get sub 1. I don't think M42 and M19A1, or what's it called, I don't think they're worth replacing this tank. This is truly amazing SPA, and I think you should keep it in. So yeah, for this, I can put it in here as it's not S. I think it's A right here at the bottom because it's SPA, it's not up here. So yeah. And then Soki. Now this tank, if you watch the rank 1 tier list, you've seen and hear me praise Tase so much. It's truly amazing vehicle. That's because it sits at 1.7. So you get 2.7 is the max BR that you get. With this tank, you have two guns. That's the only difference. Yeah, it says that speed is the same as Tase, but it feels a little bit slower to me. I don't know. And it sits at 3.0. And this is the only tank at 3.0 that you get with Japan. So, you know what, that means that if you want to play this tank most competitively as you could, you need to drag your 2.7 tanks into 3.0 matchmaking. That means that, you're facing 4.0 tanks with 2.7, and no, that's not good. So 3.0, when you go to 3.3, this tank is even worse. You're facing 4.3 tanks. And even in 3.0, where you face Panzers, T-34s, these guns are not enough. These guns are not enough. In the background you can see where I shoot at Panzer 4 at his side. And I struggle. Now imagine T-34. Yeah, this is not good enough. For planes, it's not bad, but when you have M16 right here, I don't think it's worth picking this tank. And at 4.0 you have M42 and M19A1 that are just much better at dealing with tanks than this tank, and yeah, this tank is really not great, and I think this is the only tank that I'll put at rank C. And as you can see right here, as I said at the beginning, Japan rank 2, there is no bad tank apart from like this one, but even this tank you can make it work. The game you saw in the background, I had a lot of luck in that game to make this tank work, and most of them are around A, because I truly think all of these tanks are good. Now What I could do, and I'm thinking about this, but maybe I could do this where I put Chihe at S tier, but I don't think it deserves that spot. This is just a tier above this tank. So yeah, this is rank 2 for Japan. This is my rating. I truly think Japan has some very... This 2.7 lineup, perfection. You have these two tanks. This is in a starter pack. Buy this. If you go play Japan, starter pack is worth it. Even if it's on sale, I don't think... I'm not sure if starter packs are on sale, but it's worth it. You get this 2.7 tank. You can grind rank 1, rank 2, rank 3 with this tank, and then, you know, for higher ups, you have another tanks. It's truly amazing. So you have two Chihes. You have Chiha long gun that is just brutal. You have Honi 3. You have Honi 2. Chiha Kai. I mean, it's a very nice lineup that I enjoyed so much playing for. I, I went like 3-4 games for the clips you saw in the background, and I had so much fun with this lineup. So much fun. Truly amazing vehicles. When we'll move to rank 3, it's a little bit different story. The tanks are not, in my opinion at least, so good as right here. But yeah, that's for another video, for another day, and this is it. So in the comments, please tell me if you agree with this, what don't you agree. I think the biggest problem people will have is Chiha shotgun and Honi 3, Honi 1. I think this will be the biggest issue with people. So yeah, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day and goodbye.